everybody. Happy New Year. January 1st, we made it through 2020. We did it. Oh my goodness. We did it. Can y'all believe this? We made it through the tumultuous 2020, the awakening, the band-aid ripping 2020. We made it through. So excited. And I wanted to bring you 3 different ways that you can today start increasing your vibrational frequency with no tools except for you alone, no outside tools, nothing except for you. So the first way to increase your vibrational frequency is by setting the mind to envisioning your highest self, to increasing that in which you desire. You have got to become a vibrational match to it. So a lot of you have been following different tools of manifestation, listening to Abraham Hicks, which is awesome, and then tools like The Secret and The Answer. All of those combined are super phenomenal tools. And if you want to dive in right now and today, in this moment, start to envision that in which you see the mind is so expansive. The mind has this most genius way of creating whatever it is that we desire. And we are all products of past events, right? So everything we have thought about before, and we look at our reality right now, we are a product of that manifestation, right? We are a product of those thoughts. We are a product of what we desired. And in order for us to create that in which we desire now, because we have entered this new zone, this new awakening space, that in which we desire is going to come more quickly and more fluidly to us, positive or negative, right? So if we ruminate on the negativity of stress and fear and anxiety and lack and poor and all of these lower vibrational frequencies and thoughts, that is what we are going to manifest more of. However, with the tools, with the information that's out there, if you choose through the power of your thinking to desire abundance, to desire ultimate health, to desire so much love, man, to be treated in the way that you desire and that you treat others, right? Relationships are not one-sided. If you notice you're going in a relationship, whether professionally or in your family or your partner, and you are giving and giving and giving and giving and giving and giving and giving, and it's one-sided, I just simply invite you to look at that experience that you're experiencing now and ask yourself, where in a few years ago or a few months ago, where was it? Where were your thoughts? What were you thinking of in order to create that reality? Maybe was it the other way around? Was that other was that other person giving and giving and giving and giving, and you were just sitting back and kind of like, oh, that's nice, oh, whatever, and now the roles have reversed and you're getting to experience that, right? We just get to look at all different scenarios and possibility of what could have come from why we're experiencing what we're experiencing now, okay? So the other thing that I invite you all to think about is, what is it that you truly, 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 truly feel inside of your heart? So this is the second way to increase your vibrational frequency today. So we're going to walk through a series of breath work, just a couple seconds or two. I'm an energy healer, so what I love to do is, I have coined this term, I don't even know if it exists, it just came through, called the turquoise highway, right? So your throat chakra is blue and your heart chakra represents green. So in between you get some turquoise. So we really want to connect to the depth of our hearts and open the heart up. And I always imagine, and I teach my clients this too, of expanding your heart and just imagining you have this giant flashlight, just like everywhere you go is just you're beaming a light. I live in a very dreary environment. It's not my favorite place to live, never has been. I live in the mid-Atlantic, and here in Maryland, it is dreary and cloudy most of the time. Whenever there's a sun, people don't even know what to do with themselves. They get all excited and it's like, oh my God, what's that thing in the sky? Normally it's rainy and dreary and cold, especially during the winter months. So I used to tell myself this story that I would be depressed and sad during these days. Yes, it does affect my energy for sure. And what I also chose to do is honor the rhythms of the changing environment and seasons. So with that being said, whenever I go into meditation and I go into my heart and my heart feels sad, I'm like, oh, that's interesting. It seems to be a reflection of how I'm feeling overall, the environment, all these contributing factors. But if I chose to tell myself the story over and over again, then I could potentially be creating more of the sadness and more of the dreary. So I would be the dreary in the dreary. Does that make sense? Like, I would be drearier in the dreary environment. So instead, I choose to, wherever I go, so I'm about to go into Sprouts, and then I have to return something at the home store across the street, and I literally have self-protection mechanisms, bubbles surrounding me. So I don't want to digress too much, but I'll talk about that in another video. But anyway, before I do that, I always go into like a deep meditation into my heart space, and I just imagine everywhere I go, I'm just going to shine a flashlight outside of my heart space, and it's just going to navigate out. And anyone that comes in front of me is just going to get blasted with heart energy. And then when, you know, there is a method of not talking and using discernment of choosing what to say and when to say it, and what not to say and when not to say things, right? So it is truly the opening and the awakening from the heart space to the throat chakra that I have, you know, I call this a turquoise highway. So whenever you feel blocked, so I actually had this like throat thing all last year. I can say that now. I've had this throat thing all last year. It was really coughy. I was lots of post-nasal drip. I really think I was just going through massive activations. Then I got the Rona, and it was really interesting. Really continued to go, and then I've noticed that the cold weather affects me more, and then when I'm warm, it actually feels better. So anyway, it's affecting the way that I'm flowing with my energy because I get to bring more attention into this. So I'd like, before I go and run all of my errands, I want to teach this to you. This is the second tool, and then the third tool is going to be really cool and will help you prepare to go into the world if that's what you choose to do today. On this January 1st, 2021, we did it! So exciting. All right, so the power of Om is so interesting. And actually, I went through like this storytelling phase where I would associate Om with yoga, and then I felt like yoga was like this like thing that I didn't understand, and it wasn't my thing, but I liked the yoga, so I didn't do the Om. I don't know, it was this weird thing. Now I understand the vibrational frequency of Om is really the sound of healing. It's it's the healing of the universe, right? So it's collective healing. So once we dive into the heart space, we literally can open the heart with the Om, and then rise up into the turquoise highway through the blue, and then release the Om. Om, right? Okay? So do that with me. We're going to do that 3 times. We're going to do it 3 times. Oh, you can see that thing I have to return. I got these cool things. They were broken. Okay. So let's just dive in, and we are going to breathe for about 3 seconds or so right into the heart. 3 seconds, 3 times. So take a deep breath in, and I'd like you to imagine with these 3 breaths that you are activating your absolute highest self. So go ahead and breathe 3 seconds in. 3 seconds out. We'll do that 2 more times. 3 seconds in. 3 seconds out. Imagining all the thoughts that come through. So I did this earlier today, and I saw some really interesting futuristic visions that are on their way to me. And there is no judgment, right? Just be present with what's showing up for you. So let's go ahead and do 1 more. Breathe in for 3. Relax your shoulders. Breathe into the heart. exhale for 3. Okay? So now we have kind of softened the body a bit, and now we're going to go into the Om. We're going to do 3 long Oms, and when you're doing that, I'd like you to imagine that everyone's watching this video, or you share this video with someone, or you practice this on your own, make your own video, really stepping into the Om. Imagine all the people, even if you live in a really busy, frenetic, dreary place, and everyone just seems like, rah, we just literally blast everyone with some Om energy. Okay, because we really are wanting to increase the vibrational frequency of the planet, because it's important to where we're going. It really is. And the veil is what we say is so thin that we literally can create what we desire so fast. So fast. We just have to be in alignment to it, okay? I just said so fast and that car sped by behind me. See? Instant manifestation. Okay, ready? So breathe in. We'll just do a second of adjusting here. Breathe in for a few seconds, and then we're gonna go Om. Okay, ready? Do that 2 more times, and anything that comes into your field, just accept it with love and grace. Breathe in. Good, we'll do that one more time. So imagine, sometimes it's helpful to put your stomach or your hand on your stomach here, and just imagine it squeezing in into your diaphragm, okay? Okay, so let's do one more. Breathe in. Great job. That is amazing. Let's just sit with this. Notice any thoughts that came traveling through. I'd also like to invite you to know that you are all super conscious creators. So you can channel this information in. You have a lot of things waiting for you. And you have a lot of people that are waiting for you to teach them the information that you have. Okay, so just hold on to that. You're so powerful. You are such a powerful being. You really are. Okay, so let's do the third thing. The third thing that you can do to increase your vibrational frequency today is, you ready for this? I'd like you all to find a rock, a crystal, and light a candle. And write down 3 things that you desire to occur this year, and then sit with that. You have a candle, you have a crystal, anything else that you connect to. Some people love statues, praying, meditation, Jesus. I love all those things. So I'd like you just to literally do those 3 things today. Light a candle. I like white candles. I think white is beautiful. It has this like magical cleansing property to it. So a candle, a crystal, any one that you choose. So today's theme was throat, turquoise, heart. So green adventurine, aquamarine, jade, emerald. I'm a fan of clear quartz to work with all of the other crystals because it's an amplifier. I actually have like slabs of clear quartz that I put my other crystals on, and so when I go into meditation or when I'm doing work with clients or my Zoom, all of the powers get blasted. So I actually travel with a selenite stick in my car This selenite stick was actually in my previous vehicle when I was in a car accident. It could have been much, much worse. I was actually trapped by my seatbelt. I got rear-ended. My car buckled like 8 times. It was crazy. But you know, I was super, super protected by my angels. I had this selenite wand with me. Selenite's really cool, especially when you travel and you're in environments. You can literally just ask the selenite to cleanse off any energies or impurities that no longer serve you or aren't yours. Whenever I hold a selenite, it gets very hot, which is kind of unusual. I have a tremendous amount of energy that comes out of my hands. I have little little baby hands, but they're really powerful, and they're just all and so it gets this really, really hot. So that's just something I travel with, but because I'm in my car, I don't have my candle set up. But I do invite you guys to go ahead and try that today, and encouraging you to not think small. You are capable of so much more than you can ever imagine. I promise you. So those are 3 tips for today. This might be more for beginner stuff, but hey, you know what? On January 1st of every year, we always get to dive into the basics. 2021 is about the year of expansion. It is just simply about expanding the reach, expanding the gifts, remembering where we came from, and understanding that the fruits of our labor, you know, there's no accidents. We have all been through the things we have been through in life, and if you follow me, or if you're new to needing to know my story, you can check out my website. It's tiffanyrush1111.com. I could talk a little bit about my story in there. I've been through a lot of trauma, a lot of heartbreak, a lot of sadness, and then I just always knew that I was meant for something greater. Something bigger was on its way, and I wasn't quite sure what it was. And I've been through so many different experiences in my life. Anything really. I am like a 90-year-old woman in a 37-year-old body. The experiences I've been through, the people I have had learning experiences with, relationships with, all kinds of loss, and a lot of love. So I just encourage all of you not to think small, and know that you are 100% capable of creating anything that you desire. My intentions this year are to create a lot of experiences through different ways that I've never tried before, reaching out to different markets and using my 8 years in the coaching industry, and really just expanding more into like a benevolent, sovereign, loving land, and just knowing that you are safe, and you are always supported, and you are always taken care of. So those were the 3 things to try today. I hope all of you have an amazing new year, and I will see you soon. Bye for now. Remember, the most love wins.